And good morning, everyone. Happy Saturday. Thank you guys for coming in. I appreciate it. A lot of familiar faces here this morning. Thank you guys always for coming back. I appreciate it. We got Myra and Abraham and my beautiful Shamrock Pixie Destiny, Tanya. Hey, Donna Wester, Flippin' Frozen in the house. Thank you. Kelly, Hip Flippin' Mama. Thanks for being here, guys. Appreciate it. Janaea, thank you for coming in, Janaea. And DLC Haberdashery, welcome again. Melissa, hey, Melissa Cape's in the house. Thank you for being here, Melissa. Hey, good morning, Lisa C. Good morning, good morning. Appreciate you guys coming in this morning. Obviously, I'm here. Good morning, Denise. Thanks for coming. Obviously, as you can see, I am here by myself. Money from Mars, good morning. Kelly, I sent you the link if you want to hop on. Anybody else wants to hop on, I'll send you the link. Just let me know. No, Donna's not with us this morning. I'm actually expecting Donna to call me while we're on this morning because that's just the way Donna rolls. She will be missing everybody, I'm sure. And we are certainly still saying prayers and missing her and hopefully getting a speedy recovery. Hopefully she'll be home in the next day or two. And we'll all be saying our prayers. Good morning, Philly Picker. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you guys all coming in. Paul Antonelli. Hey, I got your email, Paul. I'm going to get back to you later today. I got to check the calendar. So, yeah, people still reaching out about jumping on and getting an auction in before the holiday. It's just getting really crunch time right now. So we'll figure it out. Cernox Connection. Thank you. Yes. Oh, my gosh. You were up since till 2 a.m. and now you're up again. Oh, well. All right. Well, it's all good. It's busy season, right? All right, Kel, let me check, honey. Let me check. I'll just send it again. Anyway, thank you again, everyone, for joining. Appreciate your tuning in last night real quick. Donna and I did go live for about 6 minutes just to announce that the auction was not going to happen last night. I don't know about tomorrow yet. We may still have an auction. We'll see how it goes. I have a ton of stuff myself to kind of get rid of, and maybe I could squeeze somebody else on too if Donna's not feeling up to it. I don't think she's going to be feeling up to it, quite honestly, but we'll see. But you know, well, Paul, I've been driving home. Did Donna get hurt? No, honey. She had some medical issue. I'm not getting into all the particulars, but she had to have emergency surgery Thursday night, and she's been in the hospital. So she's probably going to be in at least, I think, at least till Monday, but we'll see. I don't want to wish anything. Good morning, Misty. Misty's Adventures. Thank you. Yeah, and she should get some rest. But you know, Donna, she has to be always doing something. So, and I get it. You know what? You go stir crazy sometimes when you sit and idle for a while. But you know, we'll play one day at a time, as they say. We'll play each and every moment very carefully, and you know, we don't want her to have a relapse or anything like that. So we will definitely figure that out. Good morning, beautiful Kelly.
Good morning.
Hey, good morning.
Basically, I'll say this in a nutshell. She's been putting something off. She went to the hospital to have it addressed. They said, we're going to address this immediately. They did. There were complications after they addressed it immediately. So they had to address it immediately again. And so now she's recovering, hoping there's not going to be any further complications and that she can go home. So that's everything that's happened thus far. So, but knowing her, she's not going to stay down. So, you know what I'm saying? She's going to delay her recovery because she's so feisty.
Yes.
But her spirits are up, you guys. Her spirits are up. and just pray for her. Definitely pray for her and her family. And, her life is not in danger or anything like that. She will be just fine. It's just a pain in the butt to have to deal with what she's dealing with. But she'll be okay.
Oh, for sure, 100%. Donna is definitely
she's a feisty chick.
Cookie, as they say.
She is feisty. Look at my bangs. My bangs have serious bedhead every day. They need cut so bad. Look how long they are.
Wow.
I have to cut them every week.
Good morning. The kids are good. The kids are good. All good. It's definitely all good.
I've got to pop out the chat here.
Okay. Yeah, she just has to rest. That's the most important thing. She definitely has to rest. And yeah, for 100%, Cerna.
Which is what we've all been telling her for so long.
Yep.
That she needs to rest. Oh, we'll definitely tell her that she's missed DLC. Absolutely.
Yeah.
We'll tell her that she's missed.
She knows it. She'll be, if I know Donna, she's listening. For sure.
She's going, Kelly, don't you dare tell more. Don't you dare tell more, Kelly.
I'm telling you, this is going to end here. It's all good. It's all good. Cernak, I don't have your email address, I don't think. I don't like to put the link in the chat because
well, I was talking to Steven yesterday because he came into our live working hangout, and that was on Nathan's channel, Every Day I'm Hustling, and we talked about it. I asked him about it, and he says, yeah, he goes, I couldn't believe that. I couldn't believe that. Just couldn't believe that had happened. Somebody mimicked his name, and when they popped him into the chat, it was boy parts.
Oh my gosh.
Hang on, I gotta say goodbye to my husband.
Paul says can't keep a good Bostonian down. That's so true, Paul. So true. So true, so true. Yes, she will be fine. She will absolutely positively be fine. It's all good. What's everybody's plan for this Saturday? What are you guys doing today? I know I got to get some work done today. I didn't get a lot of work done yesterday.
I got a lot of work done yesterday.
Yeah, I didn't.
But I need to. My husband just left. He's going to take care of his dad today.
Oh, okay.
And so he's going to Lansing, which is about an hour away. So I said, I am going to be working my butt off today, all day today. I'm not one of these people that can just lay in bed. I can lay in bed and play on my tablet for about 45 minutes, and then that's a long enough break for the back, and then I'm back up at it. And it's like, I don't know what to do with myself. Melissa, I haven't tried it yet. I am going to take some photographs with it today. I got a brand new ring light. I don't know if you watch Vicky and Katie.
I don't. See, I'm not a jewelry person.
No, they're not jewelry.
Oh, they're not?
No, Vicky and Katie. Katie's over.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Well, they had a ring light that they had in their affiliate links that they were talking about that was on sale for $52. It's a $130 ring light, and so I got it, and I put it together during the working live yesterday, and here it is. In fact, it's so tall you can't even see it. But I haven't used it yet. It's an 18-inch ring light. Hi.
Oh, okay.
So that's what she's talking about. Have I used it yet? No, I haven't used it yet. So
Okay, I know who they are now. I just started watching them. Hey, good morning, Steve. How are you?
I'm waking up.
You were up at till 2 o'clock, and you're up already. I'm so impressed.
Yeah, I've been really doing a lot of listings
Good, excellent.
yeah, I've been doing a lot of listings too.
since Q4 is not really shooting off like it's supposed to be.
No, it's not.
Yeah, I mean, I've had my lowest sales this month, and I've had the most listings and most dollars on my eBay. Listed. So.
Money from Mars, I'm telling you, this thing is like industrial. It is such high quality. If you can afford $52 for a ring light, I suggest that you do get this one because the light has a dimmer and it is awesome. If you go to Katie and Vicky's channel and you pull up their description and then you click on their Amazon affiliate links and look at all the things that they have available, I think it's the second item. But you'll see the ring light. It's $129.99, but it gets discounted, so it's only $52. I strongly suggest you invest in this one because it's the Mac Daddy and it has a remote.
Okay.
Flipping Crazy says you look great today, T.
Oh, thanks.
You always look beautiful.
I got my hair cut yesterday. That's why I finally got all of them cut actually yesterday.
You always look great, Teresa.
Thank you. So is your sales down, Kelly, compared to last year?
No, mine are up. But my store has a lot more in it this year than it had last year. My jewelry takes up a lot of my time. But I have my stores in the 220s now, so which is astronomical for me. So I am still selling 2-3 items a day. When I'm selling 2-3 items a day. That's so great. Then I might go a day without sales, but it doesn't tend to be just one thing. It's like 2 or 3 things. So I can't complain. But along with that, I have a return coming for $60. So boo-hoo-hoo on that.
Yeah. You know what? That's still great, though, for somebody that only has 200 listings, because I'll tell you, in my husband's store right now, and I'm actually reading it, we have 747 items listed for about 11,800. He sold 2 overnight. That's not a lot for 747 items. And then on my store, I have like 2,800. It's like crazy, and I sold nothing.
Yeah, that's why I don't complain. Because for the number of items I have in my store, I'm doing pretty good. So
I have about 1,400 with like 58,000, listed. I mean, I'm selling like maybe like 5 or 6 things, but I spent like 4 hours yesterday fixing all the item specifics on all my clothes. Finally,
yeah, that's been a pain.
Since eBay's never gonna fix it, so.
You said your name is Steve?
Chris.
I said Steve. I'm sorry, Chris.
It's all right. It's all right.
You know what's really weird with the item specifics too is you don't get notified unless you try to play with them, and then all of a sudden, if you put them in bulk, now you find out what the problems are. Like otherwise, you don't know.
Yeah.
If you go to hit bulk item specifics, now you find out what the errors are. Otherwise, so I don't know. Are they not showing still? Is that what's happening?
Yeah, I have a bunch of clothing, like shirts, like T-shirts. All the sizes are not like there. It's all the sizes are gone. Now,
Chris, are you going in and adjusting yours individually, or are you doing bulk editing? See, I was doing mine individually too.
I went through the individually because I looked at what was just like all my T-shirts, all my jackets, all of my sweaters were missing the size. But if I had sports stuff that was in the sports category, it was fine. So like jerseys and like sports shirts that I put in the sports category, it was fine. But if you just had a regular like t-shirt or jeans or sweater category,
that might be though, Chris, because jerseys tend to go by 54, 56, 58. Not so much extra large. You know
yeah.
what I
But
mean?
even say you had like a Dallas Cowboys like hoodie, you would have it under the sports I have it under the sports category, as hoodie, sweatshirt, Dallas Cowboys, all that information, and it kept the sizing. So I don't know why they left that and changed all the other stuff.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes sense. Shoes are the worst. Shoes are the worst because every one of them wants to know the heel size. So you got to either look at the picture. I'm not pulling all my shoes.
No way.
I can't pull all my shoes. So I'm making guesstimates like, oh, okay, I guess this is a low heel. This is by the pictures they have.
Yeah.
Then I want to know about the material. Is it upper leather? Is it man-made?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not pulling all my boots and stuff to see. I some of them I just put unknown because I just...
See, I got really, really lucky because I was listing glassware for so long, and glassware wasn't affected, of course. And then I started listing my clothing again because I forget clothing. I wanted out of clothing. But, and so now that I'm doing the new listing, I have to fill everything in. And it's really not as hard as it was when you first started. Now it's just kind of normal to have to fill in all of those fields and whatnot. And every time I do a few listings, I'll just go and do a few corrections. And it's not been so hard. But my shoes are next. I have probably 50 pairs of shoes to list, and so the shoes will be coming next. So I got lucky in that I didn't list all that stuff before. So now I have to go back and change it. I can do the new way now as I'm listing them.
Correctly, yeah.
Yeah.
I got lucky.
Yeah, I didn't because I had so much clothes and stuff up. I mean, we had bought a bulk pallet probably back in March or April. I don't even remember now. So it was a lot of shoes. It was a lot of clothes. And then, I had lost my mom about a year and a half ago, and my dad just wanted to purge her entire closet. So I listed all her clothes, and I just lost my aunt. Oh my God, Imelda Marcos. It has nothing up against.
Oh my goodness.
But the good and the bad of it is, I mean, I think so far I've listed about 400 pieces of her clothing, but 400 of them also have gone to Goodwill. So it's kind of like a 50-50 split. And I'm not even, I'm looking at the rack. I'm still not even through it. I had to take Cell Hound about 2 or 3 months ago. I signed up for Cell Hound. All of those listings are fine and perfect. Like, cause they got, I'll pay the $1.40 per listing. I'll just do it because it just makes it easier. We're actually they come back with a price. Let's say they come back with $15.99. We make it $17.99 just to kind of cover it. And even if I do at some point, somebody sends me or they, make an offer to somebody, I'll discount back out the $2. But
hello, Justin Jacobs. Did you get my message about noon today? 12:30, doing a live hangout.
So I think too with Cell Hound, and I'm not an affiliate. I don't get paid for Cell Hound, but I think the difference is I can list like double or triple more a day by using it.
What is Cell Hound exactly?
Okay, so it's an app on your phone. Okay, and it directs you on how to take the picture. So it'll say front, back, tag, brand, size, and sometimes the tag, it's all of that. So you can kind of skip. And then I take 2 measurements depending on what it is. If it's a shirt, it's bust and length. If it's pants, it's waist and inseam. That's it. But I take the picture of it and then you just shoot it off to them. And within 24 hours, the listing comes back. So it could be 5 to 8 pictures. But they have all the information. They put everything in, and literally I could probably, I'm saying at least double, if not triple my listings a day with using it. So it is worth it. I know it's expensive. It's $215 for 30 days. You get 150 listings. Works out to be $1.40 or $1.40 something per listing. And again, I just added into the cost. Now, don't forget, a lot of these quotes I got for free. So for $1.40, it's worth it.
Yeah.
And they list it for you?
No, it comes back in the app, and then you just check everything over. And then if you want to adjust anything, you can. I've been just adjusting the price by $2, and it just lists to eBay, and it lists right to eBay.
So it makes the price up for you.
Correct. It does all the research. It takes what they say is they take the medium average of sold comps.
I see.
Now,
And it costs $1.40 a listing?
Correct.
How long does it take you to list something start to finish?
Oh my God, it's so fast. The only thing you wait for is them. Like if I'll take, let's say this afternoon, I'll take 20, 30 pictures. They'll be back tomorrow this time, and I can list them all, just list them, So you're taking 8 pictures, let's say at the most, and then you're waiting 24 hours, and then they come back.
How many listings are you getting in a day? Or how many are you doing in a day?
You know what? My husband and I have been trying to split it between the 2 eBay stores, and I'm only trying to list anywhere between 5 and 8 a day because I want to keep it consistent because I'm listing other stuff besides clothing. I have other stuff. So I'm trying to make it consistent because I got to stretch the 150 listings over 30 days too. And I think consistency, doing that amount plus what I'm doing on my, I list other stuff just whatever, games or glassware. I do a lot of glassware too. Pyrex is my big thing on, else that's probably on my site.
After all the brokens I've had, and I don't understand how I have brokens because I over package my items. I mean, I spent 3 hours packaging this Mikasa set together or an Noritake set together, and I used foam board and foam wrap and bubble wrap, the small bubble wrap, and then the large bubble wrap, and I did foam board on every side and around the mugs, and a mug still got broken and a chip on one of the plates, and it's a $60 return now. And post office, I had one that was similar to that, and post office denied my claim, but I put the whole set in there. I wanted reimbursement for the whole set because you can't resell it like you could before, because that set was broken. Now there was one mug, and now this set's got a mug broken, and it's just I guess I can only get credit for the piece that's broken, not the whole set.
Right.
Yeah, I've stopped doing glassware. I mean, I did last year I did a bunch of Ray Dunn stuff and bar glasses, and I just had to stop because people don't realize at the post office you have to do it. If you have something packed up, do a test. Take your box and throw it 10 feet in the air and let it hit the ground. If it can survive that, then you can send it out, because I've seen it firsthand that at the post office, they're just chunking boxes. So you're stuck getting other stuff,
If I have, let's say, and here's the thing too. I sent out 8 Culver glasses, which are little short, very thin, painted, highly decorative glasses. I sent those out, and those made it just fine. And those are extremely delicate, but this thick stoneware seems to be breaking, and it doesn't make any sense to me.
Well, let me just help you out a little bit, because I'm going to knock on wood really hard here, because thank God I have not had nothing broken. Literally, I'm going to say in almost 7-8 years.
Wow.
I double box, and don't take the bubble wrap and tie it too tight, because believe it or not, that almost is more pressure on the glass itself, that if it does get hit because of the pressure that's tight, because you made that bubble tight, that'll actually make it break more. So
Yeah, that might be what I'm doing wrong.
yeah, some people do that and they're like, but I made it so tight with the bubble wrap. Don't make it so tight.
If I'm wrapping, let's say, a vase that's this big around, my box ends up being like this because there's so much wrap around it. And if I'll finally shake the box, and if I hear anything moving, then I'll pack it even more. And that might be what I'm doing. I'm just wrapping it too tight, because I'll put a foam wrap over it, and then I'll do the small bubble wrap, and then I'll do the big bubble wrap, and like 2 layers of the big bubble wrap. Right. I had one person comment to me and say, you packaged this very well, but was it necessary to have 4 layers of packaging on each piece? Yes. and I said, I emailed back, I said, yes, it was, because I had it wrapped in paper, and then I had the foam wrap, then I had the small bubble wrap, then I had the big bubble wrap. So it had 4 layers, and but nothing broke, and I said, yes, I apologize for the inconvenience of having to unwrap so much, but yes, it is necessary.
All right. Lisa C says box throwing only gets worse closer to Christmas. Yeah, it's true, Lisa, for sure.
Also, stop marking your boxes fragile.
Oh, I never mark my boxes fragile. Never, ever, ever.
See, I used to.
Yeah.
Tanya's saying, I just shake the box. If it sounds like anything is moving, she repacks it. I used to ship glass tubes and meters at her old company. Lisa says, if something is hollow, put padding or bubble wrap inside it too as a buffer.
Yep.
Void fill matters, Michelle Lathan. Good morning, Michelle Lathan. How are you today?
Yeah, Denise Webb. They're not a seller. I mean, they're just thinking, I have to unwrap all of this stuff just so I can get to my product that I'm so excited to see. I understand their point. I really, really do. But out of all the glass I send out, my percentage of breakage is very, very, very low.
Yeah. Myra's saying she sold some Fenton candle bowls and lost money on the postage. Customers don't understand the cost yet. You got to do calculated shipping on all that stuff. You just have to.
I do calculated on everything, even my clothes now.
Well, Cellhound has been coming back with either $3.95, $5.95, $7.95, or maybe $9.95, and then $14.95. But they never get it right. Like there's sometimes they'll bring back a pair of jeans like at $14.95, and sometimes they'll bring a coat back at $9.95 or something like that. So sometimes you have to adjust that as well. Or they'll because I think they have a chart, and because it says or it is a sweater, they automatically make it $7.95, thinking it's over a pound. And I don't rape anybody on shipping. So if it's less than a pound, I'll back it down to $5.95, because you can get that in a regular first class, envelope and ship it. And, a sweater, you don't have to put any padding in it or anything. So I just put it in a poly bag. So that's how I do all the Cellhound clothes and shoes. My other stuff, like my glassware, my electronics, all of that stuff goes calculated.
Gotcha.
I do free still.
I did for years. I did.
It's so funny because it's like eBay was like free shipping, and it's like, we don't care anymore.
No, now they want free returns. So at least they pay the shipping going. I get a lot of clothes returns. I say a lot, probably less than average, but I get clothes returns because everybody does that sells clothes. So at least they paid the $5.95 or the $7.95 going, and then I pay coming back. So it's the cost of doing business, as they say. And then when I relist it, it gets another $2 hit.
I just jack mine. I just lay it into the price.
Yeah.
And with my electronics, stuff that's heavy, if it's under 18 inches, I'm putting an extra $10 on it, because I'm gonna ship it box and bag for $9. So a lot of people still don't know box and bag.
I know.
So it's
so cheap compared to it's the only way I use pirate ship is when I do box in a bag, because other than that, with my discount on eBay through the post office, everything else is cheaper.
Yeah.
Now, when you go to Pirate Ship, like when I go to Pirate Ship, I just put in my dimensions. And I don't ever do box in a bag because
You have to change the drop down. See, a lot of people don't know there's a drop down there. It automatically defaults to box. But if you change the drop down, it's poly bag and all of that stuff. Because the other thing with poly bag with them, here's the thing. You sell a coat. And if you can get it in a poly bag, like I'm not talking a heavy down winter jacket, but I'm talking like I've sold a couple like, light windbreakers, things like that, over a pound that are going to California because, California has to come to New York to buy everything. I find that ridiculous. I swear to God. It's like, okay, they don't have a pair of sweatpants from here to California, so I guess I'm shipping to California. I don't mind. Listen, it is what it is.
Yeah, I get a lot of California and Utah.
Yeah.
From Michigan.
So here's the thing with even the poly bag, because of the cubic shipping, something that comes up like $11 to ship to California comes up $8 and change if you stick it in a poly bag. So you've got to use that drop down in there and figure it out. So these guys are still talking about China and stuff like that. And Connie says she doesn't really sell the entire set. She'll do like 4 plates, cups, and bowls so that she's not putting in like 100 pieces, which is true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I'm going to do with this when it comes back. Because it was a set of 3 plates, dessert plates, and mugs. 3 sets. And so now I'm down a dessert plate and a mug. So I'm just going to sell the 3 plates, and then I'll sell the 2 dessert plates, which usually dessert plates do well.
Yeah.
I'll just sell the 2 mugs.
I find too, piecing that stuff out, sometimes I have more sales than putting it all together because some people are just looking for the pieces. They have the set and just want to get the pieces.
Right.
Good morning, Craig. Landshark Picker in the house.
Hi, Craig.
The other thing is, I don't know that a lot of people, if they're looking for a set of china, are buying it on eBay, because usually you buy your first set of china, it's, a shower gift or wedding gift or something like that. So, unless they're trying to stock a second home or something like that, I don't know if they're, coming to buy a full set, because I'm really not having luck with full sets of china. I have better luck with the pieces.
Flippin' Frozen, Donna, I used to send my jeans in a flat rate envelope too, and just tape the edges with really good tape to secure them. But it's only like 20 cents or 18 cents or something, 15 cents more to do a padded flat rate. So I just do the padded flat rate now. Yeah, guys, I think my bathroom furniture is here. So I might have to excuse myself for a moment and come back, because we're getting our bathroom redone on Wednesday.
Nice.
And they're delivering.
I like the way she says bathroom furniture.
Well, they're delivering our vanities. They're delivering our vanities, and we bought a new toilet and some other things that, because we're getting we only have a tub upstairs, so we're having a shower put in, but they're tearing out everything and redoing the structure and everything. So because they guarantee everything for life, so they just completely redo the whole thing, so they know it's sitting on a proper foundation and all of that. We're getting new floors in the bathroom, new vanities, new lights. It's going to be a whole new bathroom.
Nice.
So, yeah, I'm sorry, you guys.
You're put like a couch and end tables.
No, not furniture, but for what we paid for it, it should be furniture.
So funny. Yeah. Donna Wester says, furniture in the bathroom?
I wish we had room for furniture in the bathroom. The only furniture we've got's the throne.
Yes.
All right, so I will be back, okay?
All right, Cal.
It won't take them very long to get this stuff in.
All right, good. All right, yes, listen to Myra here. Don't be a bum and hit that dumb. Good morning, Janae. I said good morning to you already, but good morning. Maybe you didn't hear me. What are your sales like right now, Chris? What are you seeing?
Well, okay, so so I spent 4 hours yesterday just updating all of my clothing, and I finally finished it. And guess what? Yesterday, clothing, boom, 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 boom. I'm like, really? That's all it took?
Nice.
So that, and I'm just listing more. I mean, I'm trying to do like 30, 40, 50 listings a day right now.
Wow, that's a lot.
Because I have a stack of jackets that's like taller than me. Now I'm kind of short, but it's just, but sales have been kind of coming in. I've made a lot, like just making those changes to the clothing really, like I sold like 5 pieces of clothing yesterday. I was like,
nice.
what happened? So, I mean, it's starting to tick up, but it's still not anywhere. Like even like everyone was talking about like the summer doldrums. I was doing massive sales in the summer.
I was too.
I was killing it in the summer. So I'm like, if I'm killing it now, Q4 is going to be crazy.
That's what I thought.
And then when it was like probably mid-October, I was looking at my numbers, mid-October, it just kind of just started going.
Yeah.
And I haven't really pulled out of it yet, even though because I was down to like 1,200 listings. And then I was just listing, and I got up to like 1,500, but it was still just like not going where it should be going.
With 1,500 listings, you should be selling 15 a day, right?
Yeah.
1%, they say.
Yeah.
I don't sell 15 a day. I think last weekend, the holiday weekend, where it was, the end of Saturday, because I ship on Saturday. So whatever sold after I shipped out on Saturday, Sunday and Monday, I think 11 packages went out of here.
Yeah.
That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
And it seems like a lot of my smaller items are selling. Just my $9.99 shirts, and but like some of my bigger stuff isn't selling, or it's like,
I don't know. It's weird. I've had some weird days. You said jackets. So there was a day last week where all of a sudden, like I hadn't sold jackets forever. I sold 3 in the same day. And then the next day I sold 3 pairs of boots. Like it was like one day was jacket day. The next day was boot day. And I sold a really nice pair, like $70 boots, which I was happy about. But, because that all that stuff came from the pallet I bought from bulk. Again, like I said, it was probably from last year's after season stuff. That's what happens when you buy those bulk pallets. Yeah. So, boots aren't selling over the summer. So finally some of them are selling now. I sold 3 pairs the other day. So, but it's just weird, like the way they come in spurts. And then, yesterday was just a mishmash of, stuff. But overnight, last night, you would think Friday night. Yeah, my husband sold 2 things on his site and I sold 1.
Yeah, overnight I sold 2 things. It was like, like, that's it. Okay. So I mean, that's why I'm just trying to just like list. Just I'm gonna have to get up to 1,800, 2,000 listings by the end of November. That's kind of like my goal.
Right. Good morning, Pittsburgh. Morning, Anthony. Yeah. I was up. I'm an anchor store. I was up to 5, 7, I don't even remember, 1,000 items up until last summer. And then a lot of it was media, books, DVD, VHSs, magazines, comics, things like that. And I purged all of that stuff, went through it all, and tried to bring 300 pieces of books to the library. They laughed at me and told me, don't come back again. I tried to put like 1,000 on Let Go to see if I could get some Amazon seller, just curious. I don't care. Just make me an offer. I think I had 1 couple come and didn't even make me an offer. So then I said, well, then I guess I'm going to put them on Amazon. And I started using Scout IQ to price everything out. I think I landed holding on to about 300 and change books. I haven't sent them in yet. They're still sitting in the corner here. But that's how I kind of got rid of almost 3,000 listings, is by purging that stuff. Yeah. So now I'm back down to about 2,700.
See, I don't know if it's just an eBay thing though either, because I have a lot of listings on Mercari, and I was doing gangbusters on Mercari, and then all of a sudden, again, beginning in November, my Mercari numbers just plummeted.
Really?
Yeah, and and it's just like, and I'm selling on. I sell men's clothing on Grailed too. By the way, little plug. I just did a video on how to list on Grailed.
Oh, Grail. Okay, I don't know that platform. That's one I don't know.
Yeah, GRAILED.com.
Okay.
And I was doing really good on that. I don't know if it's just the market right now. I think there may be some, people want to blame eBay right now, but I've seen the market kind of turn a little bit where it's like, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I don't know what it is either. I mean, online sales certainly isn't plummeting. But then, there's some people. I'm trying to remember who it was yesterday or the day before. Was watching somebody's live. It might have been the entrepreneurs with the boys in the morning, and somebody was saying they were doing 30, 40 sales a day.
Yeah.
I kill for that right now. Kill for that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Sometimes I feel like eBay also tends to share the wealth. I don't know if that makes sense. But all of a sudden they'll have a really great week, and then the next week they're like, "Oh, see, we gave you a present. We're taking it away now."
I totally agree with that. Yeah, I don't, man. They got some complex algorithms, but yeah, I totally, because I'll have some weeks where it's just out of nowhere, I'm just like, wow, I've sold all this stuff, and then I'm like, all right, let's do it again next week, and I keep listing. I'm listing. I'm like, where did everyone go?
Good morning, my beautiful. Good morning. Good morning. I hope you're feeling well. I didn't hear from you this morning. I figured you'd be ringing my phone.
Morning, Donna.
Morning, Donna. Hey, Judgmental Care USA, Mr. Steve, what's happening? I can't explain. Everybody, my husband's tired of me saying, it's the algorithm. It's the algorithm. He's like, what are you talking about?
I think it's just all about listing. Just keep listing.
Yeah.
That has been the consistent, because I'm guilty of it. I won't lie. There was a week where I didn't list anything, and I felt it. I felt it big time.
Yeah.
If you stop listing for like an entire week, I think that's a major impact. If you don't consistently list, even if you have 1,500 items in your store, if you're not listing, I believe every day, but for that week I didn't list. I saw my sales just go.
Yeah.
Did I miss Donna?
Yes, Donatella's in the house.
Oh, she's not on the phone. She's in.
No, she didn't call me. I thought for sure she was going to ring my phone.
Okay.
Good morning,
Oh
Simple Life.
They brought 2 vanities in at one time. They had those strappy things around their body, those straps. They were able to bring in 2 vanities at one time, and I'm like, oh my gosh. They broke a panel off my front door, but things happen. I'll glue it back on.
Yeah, Steve says he'd like to hear more about Grailed.
Steve, go now. I'm not trying to plug I have like minuscule subs. So if I did probably a 10-minute video on Grailed, what it is, how to list on it, how to watch list. If you have stuff on eBay, how to just take that over and just pop it right into Grailed. What to look for. What are some of the things that you really want to focus in on. I mean, if anyone has hats, like old hats, I sell tons of those on that platform for some reason.
Really? I have a hat coming back. I can't even believe it. I think they used it for Halloween and now they're returning it. It was one of those old, men fedora hats. And I'm telling you, I think they used it for Halloween.
Absolutely.
It didn't fit or something. I don't even know. But whatever. You know what? This is what I say. The cost of doing business. You got to take your returns. Guys, share love. Chris, just say something in the chat so they can click on the 3 dots to sub to your channel. Guys, please be subscribing to everybody. Even if somebody doesn't have any content right now, Donna was famous always for, she says that all the time is, you know what? It could take a year and you could decide all of a sudden you want to do video and now you have subs already.
That's what I did when I was Wade Venture's second interview. And he kept telling me, I had no aspirations to do YouTube whatsoever. And he kept saying, Kelly, you should do a YouTube. You should do a YouTube. And that's what got the spark in my head. Maybe I should. I am quite a wily character. Maybe I should do a YouTube. And so that's how I got into it. Was just from him. And, you know, I already had subs before I even did my first video.
Yeah, people were like, Chris, do you need to do some videos? I'm like, okay, I'll do it. It's not that hard. So
I'm putting your video in the chat, guys. That's the Grailed video. Go ahead over after. After.
Well, you can sub. Type something in the chat. Oh, you did.
Yeah.
If you don't want to sub, if you have already 200 subs and you don't want to do that, someone asked me if I do Depop. Yes, I do Depop, but Depop is a lot harder because you have to take everything from Depop is all mobile. So for us old school people, it's a little bit harder because I like to do everything on the computer. So I'll sit at the computer and I'll have all my pictures. I'll have all my tabs open up. So I'll have eBay, Mercari, Grailed. But see, Depop is all mobile. So you have to, type, copy, paste, type everything. There is a way to do it. But Depop is weird. I don't know.
All right. Good morning, Karen. Karen's at the beach in the house. Good to see you, Karen. They're all mobile, and so is Mercari. You can't do anything on the desktop with Mercari.
Yeah, you can.
You can? I don't know. I find I can only do it on the thing because the other thing I belong to is List Perfectly, where I cross post, and I'm having such a hard time. I can cross post so easy to Posh, but I can't figure out the Mercari piece of it because I feel like I have to do it on my phone.
I do most of my listing on my phone.
Yeah, I don't.
I have to go on the desktop every listing and change the allow buyers to make offers because it constantly will change it back to no on my phone. So I do everything on my phone, and then I go over to the computer and go down and do the, offers to buyers, and that's it.
Okay.
Pain in the butt, but I don't know if anybody else has that problem. Does anybody else have a problem with the mobile eBay when you do buyers can make offers? It will either put in a set amount for you, you change it to 0, and it changes it back, or it'll change it to no. I'll look right at it and it says yes, and then all of a sudden it'll flip to no.
Yeah, there's some things, even with like when we do Sell Hound, and my husband's the one who kind of handles that with the phone because that is mobile with Sell Hound. So he cannot put the SKU in, like our custom SKU, like if we put it in bin 28 and it's letter E, there's no way when you post to eBay in that app to put that. So he has to then get on the desktop to put this, the SKU into, so we know the location of the item. So that's another thing. So sometimes some of those things are a little quirky. But Steve Judgmental Care says, old hats, like how old? I have a number from the early 1900s and a few from the late 1800s. Is that too old?
Yeah, that's a little old. I mean, that's perfect for eBay. I don't think you're gonna get, like, for Grailed. I don't think you gotta think about kids, 20-year-old kids, 20, 25, 30-year-old kid, not kids, but like people wanting like hats and because Grailed is like everything from like high-end stuff, Gucci, Balenciaga, and streetwear stuff that sells for thousands of dollars, all the way down to your vintage concert T-shirts.
Right.
Because that's still a lot of fashion. I mean, a lot of people know fashion, but a lot of fashion is like, hey, I'm gonna wear a $1,000 jacket with a ratty Guns N' Roses shirt underneath it.
Exactly.
So
that they paid $150 for.
Of course, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's not about how it looks; it's about how much you paid for it.
Yeah, I sold a Kiss shirt last year. around this time for $350.
Wow.
So
Most I've sold a T-shirt for was a Doors. It was a Jim Morrison Lizard King T-shirt from the 80s for $65.
that's pretty good.
No, I got almost 200. I'm trying to remember if it was the Cure or the Pesh Mode. It was one or the other, and it went overseas. It went to this, and this woman sent me a picture of her T-shirt shop. She kept trying to make an offer because I think I had it listed for like $199. I think I finally took something probably under $150, but
T, was it in Thailand?
yes.
Yep. There's a lot. Thailand is huge about vintage T-shirts. I have like some people that follow me on Instagram that I post something and they're like, I want it.
Yeah.
They'll pay up. They'll pay. I sold a shirt for $150 like that. Just by posting it. And they didn't care about the size. They didn't care about anything. So.
Yeah, it's amazing sometimes with those. Donna had a great score on a bunch of vintage tees she hit in a storage unit. She got, she got big bucks for a lot of those.
Yeah, if you know what you're looking for, especially like not even like just concert shirts, just old vintage. Like I had this one shirt, it's like just like a skeleton on it. It was a $175 shirt.
Wow.
I got tired of taking it off.
Incredible what they'll sell for.
The what?
What was that, Kelly?
I said it's incredible what they'll sell for.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Flippin' Frozen said Grailed also has a sister site for women's clothes as well. It's called.
I've never even been on the site.
Yeah. Well, I always say, kind of my videos, I always say like the more eyeballs, the more money. You know.
Well, yeah.
So. Yeah, Flippin' Crazy. Asian market loves the Levi's and Harley shirts. Oh. If you don't know about Harley shirts. Old Harley shirts from the 80s that have the it'll say 3D emblem.
Yeah.
Texas. I've sold a couple of those. I sold 2 to my guy in Thailand. I had 2 3D emblem shirts and I made a package deal of $325 for 2 shirts. So yeah.
Wow, that was great.
Definitely, look through your stuff.
I have a ton of Harley listed. I just don't think I have that. It's not as vintage. It's probably early, newer.
Yeah, the newer stuff will sell at $20 to $30.
Right, that's what I have it listed for. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I was curious about, like Cellhound. You were talking about Cellhound.
Mm-hmm.
How do they? I don't know, like, because I thought about using it, but I'm kind of like, well, how do they know just kind of like the nostalgicness of the piece or like what if it's.
I don't know, but I will tell you, they've been pretty spot on. There was a couple of things maybe here or there, and things that I don't do auctions anymore. There was years when I first started, that was all I did was auctions, like especially if you don't know prices to stuff and you just want to throw it out there. But I got burnt so much on that stuff that I said, I have to pick a price. So there was this coat that I had. It's called, I think, a Niki, Niki. She's a famous designer from here in New York, and she made like these fur design pieces for like Tupac and some of these big rappers. And I put the whole thing in the thing, but there was no size on it because I think it was custom made. So I had to measure, every bit of thing. Now they priced it out at $750. I'll be happy if I get $750 for it, but you know what? I'll take the best for it $600. And I just put it on Poshmark too. But you're talking about Grailed, and I'm thinking that might be a good piece to go on Grailed.
Yeah.
That would be.
Yeah. It's known in the rap community. It's like this, it's almost got a tiger print fur with a puffy black sleeve on it.
Have you found a picture of anyone wearing that?
Mm-hmm.
Can I what?
No, have you found a picture of like whoever owned it wearing it, or like a celebrity wearing it?
Yeah, if you go out to this, it's Nina, I think. Now I'm saying Nikki, but I think it's Nina something. Because it did a lot. She actually passed away too, and I thought, let me definitely include that in there because it's a designer who no longer is living. So she's not making any new pieces, and it sounds like when she was making pieces for the rap community. Like she was making like their one-off pieces.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, try it out. Yeah, it can never hurt.
Nina Cheyenne.
Oh,
No. Or Nina McClelmore. Huh. Trying to find her last name for you.
All right. I buffered there for a quick minute. I lost everybody.
It's all right.
My internet has been so horrible. And we pay a fortune here for internet. I'm just like.
But yeah, you never know. You might say, you know what, too, T? Email me a picture of that coat.
Okay.
I'll throw it on Instagram, and I'll see if I can get some bites on it to see if anyone's interested. Like, hey, what is this? What's
Right.
Is it men's or women's?
It's women's.
Women's. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, it's a women's coat.
Yeah, send me a picture of that, and I'll see what I can do on that. Because I'm not deep into the vintage community, but I'm pretty well versed on a lot of that stuff.
Okay.
So I sell.
And Donna Wester was saying that there's a woman's site that's.
Yeah, I think it's called Heroine or something. What do you say? How do you say female superstars or superheroes? Heroine?
Oh, a heroine, yes.
A heroine. It looks like the drug heroin, but
yeah, it does. I'm sure.
It's I think it's called heroin.com or something.
Okay.
I think that's Grail's women's site. So yeah, but if you have hats, I was talking to Courtney from Bolo Buddies. I'm like, get on Grailed. I sell she has all these hats, and I'm like, get on there to sell these hats because I'll sell. Now I'm not doing all gangbuster numbers on that, but I'll sell something on Grailed and then go take it off of eBay, and eBay it has 12 views. And I'm like, really? 12 views? That's it? And it's been up there for a month,
Now, when you sell on Grail, how are they set up? And what is their fees? Like how?
It's a 6% fee, and then PayPal fees.
Okay.
So you're looking around like 8-9%.
All right.
Which is like and then it's integrated through PayPal where you can ship it off through PayPal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you can just it'll say create label, and now here's the thing you have to understand. Now a lot of people don't understand about Grailed. Grailed is a new selling platform for 20-year-olds, 30-year-olds that are selling. Now a lot of this stuff, a lot of people are like, I don't know if you're a good buyer or not. And I'm like, hey, I'm a professional seller. I will send your stuff out. And because, like a lot of people try to get into that resale game. So they're buying the $1,000 Supreme jacket, trying to flip it for $1,500 and then taking 2 weeks to ship it out. So it's stuff like that, there's a lot of, I wouldn't say bad sellers, but kind of newbie sellers on Grailed. So if you kind of establish yourself as hey, I'm a guy that's going to take care of you and send your stuff out and sell quality products, you'll have more people coming back to you. So, and you get more repeat business too.
Okay. So you don't recommend like me putting my mother's stretchy Donna Karan, well, I won't even say Donna Karan. Let's think of it of cheaper brands like Sonoma pants on there, right?
Or Gloria Vanderbilt.
Yeah. Those things don't go on there.
Yeah,
that would be more of the what is it that Vicky sells all the time?
Poshmark?
No, it's a really high brand woman's clothing, and I can't think. St. John.
Oh, St. John's bag, yeah.
But not St. John Bay.
Just St. John.
St. John. That's a really expensive clothing brand that resells for a lot of money.
Yeah, you have to think of like just kind of like hype pieces, you know?
Right. Well, when you're saying older hats, do you mean sports hats? Or like I'm not 100%, or just like caps
Like
that have
Kangol
logos
hats.
on it? That kind of
Kangol hats and stuff like that.
I'm talking about like old trucker hats. Old trucker hats with like the flat brim, the mesh,
right. Okay.
the foam, and with something cool on it. It's a lot of it is about, and to dig haberdashery, yes, vintage. Yeah, Grail does vintage. But yeah, you're like, the more unique, the better. So if you go, I love garage selling and talking to these old men saying, hey, you got any like old trucker hats? They're like, oh yeah, well, I got a whole bunch of those. Who wants those? Like, I do, And I usually get a whole bunch of them, and you can usually find them in good condition. Because growing up, my dad used to do the same thing. He would go to the hardware store, and they'd be like, oh, Frankie, thanks for buying, $200 worth of lumber. Here's a lumber hat. And it was that old school,
right,
patch on it and everything. But he would never wear it. He'd just, all right, cool, I got a lumber hat. Just put it. So they would do all these hats just like lined all up in perfect condition. I've come across those, and I can sell those, $15, $20, $30 a piece.
nice.
Some even go for more.
So Donna Wester, Flippin' Frozen, is saying Grailed is for men's clothes only?
Yeah, it's men's clothes, and they have a sister site, which is the heroin site.
Okay.
That you can now, I'm not really sure about. I haven't really done anything on that site, so I'm not really sure.
Okay. And then Diana's saying you might do well on Real. That's another one I haven't sold on.
I was just going to say that too. The Real, you may send it into there and see what happens, because that's where I think you just send it into them, and they do everything. They take the pictures, they post it, and then they give you a percentage. Okay. I think the cut's like 30%. I could be wrong though.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, but
the straws are gone.
no, they're on the other level.
What?
They're on the other level.
In the middle?
Yeah. Kids running wild.
Yeah.
But yeah, that it's. I took a while to get out of my comfort zone, cross listing and everything, and that it's really paid off. Like stuff that I can't move on eBay is moving on Grailed or moving on Macari. So that's why I keep doing it.
See, I haven't cross posted on Macari, and I'm trying to get my eBay store built up. I'm afraid to add one more platform to it, and I really need to get my game on and get into Macari and get it done.
Mm-hmm. Especially with like hard goods too. Hard goods that aren't moving in your eBay, throw them on Macari. Things, I would say things that are stale, like 2, 3, 6 months old that you can't move, just test it out on Macari and you'll be surprised. Sometimes
I've been told Macari moves jewelry pretty well.
Yeah. Now I don't do jewelry, but I've seen jewelry.
Yeah, I started originally cross posting with Posh, and everybody says, oh, you don't want to share your closet, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that, but I figured out you don't have to share everybody's closet. You have to share your own closet and just a couple of pieces even a day. So it's not as time consuming as I once thought, and it's gotten easier. And I actually now have been selling a lot more on Posh by doing that. And just by cross posting, because now that I have List Perfectly, which again, I took Star Hip and Flippo, she has a code on her channel. If you wanted to try it, because I think it was like either half price for like a couple of months or something like that. I forgot what the coupon code is. But right, for List Perfectly, where you can cross post on like 3 or 4 different platforms. So you could take your eBay listing and it converts it into a Poshmark listing or converts it into a Macari listing. And it's like just a click of a button. It's pretty simple. But the Macari one's the one I'm having a little trouble with. So I have to figure that one out. I have a few things listed on Macari. And then Depop I signed up for, but I didn't list anything on it. And other than a few things I have on Amazon, I figured I was on Amazon about 4 or 5 years ago, and I should have stuck with it, and I didn't. And I kind of walked away from it. So I just re-signed up for Amazon because of the book situation. And I said, I'm not going to be concerned about fourth quarter this year with Amazon. I'm going to just get my feet wet, dabble into it for the next 3 to 6 months, and then kick it up for next fourth quarter. Life, gets in the way too. And I just recently became, I don't know, somewhat fun employed. I resigned from my corporate job, so I have a lot more time on my hands. So I'm going to spend.
Welcome to the club.
Yeah, I'm still consulting, and I'm still doing some side stuff because I can't living where I live. I can't be completely reliant on social media and reselling right now. But
I went full time in April.
Did you?
Yeah.
Mine was February.
Yeah, I mean, I am full time per se. I don't have to go into the office every day, and but I still need that little side gig, But I'm a firm believer too, is you need all sources, and that's why I'm trying to really work on the other platforms so that I'm not 100%. After seeing what happened with my eBay over the last 6 months, I screwed it up a year ago, and I will be the first one to tell you I messed up my eBay store a year ago.
No.
When I had those books and the comic books and the media and everything up there and decided to take it down, it was right around the time we decided to, well, we didn't decide. We were invited to my cousin's wedding in California. We made a family vacation of it, 2 weeks. And I decided to completely take everything down until I came back. And I jinxed, I killed it. I killed my store. I killed the algorithm, everything. It took me over 6 months to get back up and really even make a dent in my sales. So that was a big mistake. Don't ever take everything down. Don't ever completely shut your store down. I should have just put it on vacation mode. I should have just put the message out there that, I'm on a, 10-day vacation and,
change your handling time.
Right. And I didn't. I just took it all down. And that was then I took all those books and everything down, over 3,500 pieces, and never relisted them again.
Oof.
Whether or not that hurt me or not, I don't know.
I would say now from a marketing standpoint, I think it did, because I don't think eBay was like, oh, we just lost, potentially. I think eBay sees it as they lost potentially 3,500 items that could possibly be sold, which is fees for them.
Right.
So they probably didn't like that. I mean, I'm not saying they did, but they don't like that. When they see a bulk, like, just out of their system, there has to be some kind of penalty for that.
Yeah. And then I was gonna back down and get rid of my Anchor store, because the Anchor store is like $300 a month, and they say you should have at least $3,000 plus listings. I'm not even back there yet, but I keep keeping it because I keep saying it's almost like a punishment, because it's making me list more and get it back up there. Otherwise, if I back the store down, I'm going to be like, oh, well, and that's the other thing with eBay. It's either 1,000 listings or 10,000 listings. Like, there's no.
Right. I wish they had like a middle, because you have an Anchor store or your premium store and your Anchor store.
Right.
You need something in the middle for me. I mean, I'm not trying to be selfish, but I'm right around that. I get hit with those listing fees at the end of the month all the time, because I'm not there yet for an Anchor store.
Right.
So.
Well, that's what forced me originally to do the second store with my husband, because when I did get up to about 1,200 originally with my store, I decided to open another store, and I opened his store. But now his store is now a premium store, and mine's an Anchor, and there's no. If I backed mine down, I'd be killed in fees, because having almost 3,000 listed, you might as well pay the $300 a month for the Anchor store.
Sure. Flipper Frozen said, "Why not get 2 premium stores?" That's a good idea.
Yeah.
And that's what I've been thinking of. But I'm just like,
how much is a premium store? $59.99.
$59.99 here.
And how much is a
Anchor.
store?
$299, $300. Yeah. Yeah, they
How many
definitely should have
listings
something in the
do you-
middle. Definitely should
Yeah,
have something.
I'd be willing to pay like $120, $150 for
How
something
many
like the
listings
middle.
do you get? You get 1,000 listings with the
Premium.
premium.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, Steve's saying there should be a way to add store levels to the same account. You know, that's the other thing too. I didn't back down on the Anchor store because, you know, if you back down on it during the year, then you get penalized because I take the yearly subscription. Mine just renewed. I hemmed and hawed. Should I back it down? And I decided, no, I'm not backing it down because now this has got to be my full-time gig and I got to kick it up a notch. So I may be paying $300. You know, it might be a few bucks extra a month, but it's going to force me just to keep on that listing. And believe me, I have stuff to list. It's not like I'm not short of inventory.
Yeah.
Any way, shape, or form.
Yeah, I have tons of inventory that I'm just like, oh, when will I get to this?
Yeah.
That's why I'm just doing all the jackets right now because I'm like, oh man, I should have done these jackets a month ago, but
yeah. September actually was probably the best time to do them. Now, what part of the country are you in, Chris?
I'm in West Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Well,
All
I'm in the eastern panhandle part of West Virginia. I'm not in the deep part. I'm in the Maryland. You know, I'm close to Maryland, Virginia, and DC, and Pennsylvania. Right.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, you don't have that very deep West Virginian.
No, I'm originally from Texas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I grew up in Texas, South Texas. So.
All right.
But I lost the accent.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever lose my accent. We're thinking of relocating over the next year, and we're coming down that way, more like Delaware, Maryland, that kind of. You know, we don't want to be completely south. My husband's like not into the real heat like Florida, but
yeah,
we also want to get out of tax country here on Long Island.
Yeah,
we're getting killed. So.
Well, real estate in West Virginia is super cheap. It's super cheap. Like, but I live in Martinsburg, West Virginia, but I am, you know, I'm 20 minutes away from Maryland. I'm 20 minutes away from Virginia. You know, I'm 30, 45 minutes away from DC. I can drive up to Pennsylvania in 30 minutes. So I'm in like a really good area, but I'm just west enough in West Virginia where I'm not getting killed by real estate prices.
Oh, good for you.
So.
Hey, good morning, Carol.
That's important.
Thank you, Carol. Hey, Neville. Welcome. Hey, guys.
Hey, Neville. Hi, Carol.
I'm in Nassau County, DLC. Are you here on Long Island? I'm actually on the border of Nassau and Suffolk. It's a town called Massapequa Park. A lot of people know Massapequa, but it's cold here today, 70. Yeah, ha, Diana. You're funny. You're funny.
Right? We just skip fall. It's like.
Yeah, we did too.
Yeah.
So do you feel like you get a lot of snow where you are, Chris?
Not really. No,
right?
Because we're not over the mountain or whatever. That's where like into Western Virginia or West Virginia. I know it's hard to, but they have a little mountain range, and the snow kind of piles up there, and then we don't get it. We don't get it down here. Now it does snow, but you know we haven't gotten snow yet. We had flurries the other day, but nothing that sticks.
Yeah, we did too last week. It was crazy, but it's only 37 here today, which, you know, usually we have like this time of year, it's more like 45. You know, it's actually dropped to freezing almost every day this week.
Forecast for today.
It's 28 here.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't even looked at it yet. I've been indoors for the last week.
I was outside doing my stairs on my front door. So when they brought the stuff, they would have as obstruction free as possible. I didn't have my coat on or anything when I was out there doing it, shoveling the steps and putting salt and everything on the steps. So true Michigander, 28 degrees and no coat.
23 up in Donna Wester's territory. Okay. And Carol, your mother grew up in Massapequa Park, huh? That's interesting. Okay. All right. All right. So, Chris, you and I have about the same temperature. I'm 37, you're 39. So that's not bad.
Yeah.
It'll go up according to this to about 42, which is still cold for this time of year. Believe me when I tell you, it's usually, again, 45, 50. Maybe a high of 50, up until, then really when Thanksgiving comes in. And you always have the few colder days here and there. And I've heard two different, kind of predictions. It's going to be the coldest winter we ever had. And then somebody said it's going to be the most mildest winter we ever had. Nobody knows, if we got paid these men's salaries to be right half of the time, I don't know, but I wouldn't be employed in my job.
Good morning, Turtle Trader. How are you, my love?
Oh, Mr. Turtle Trader, how are you?
Fit Life says I would turn into an ice sculpture. It's when you grow up in it, it's like nothing. It has to be like in the teens for a true Michigander to be like,
yeah.
This is
Chris, who you got? Introduce us.
All right, Thatcher, come here. Y'all ready for loudness? Come here.
I'm always taking applications for more grandchildren.
I would take an application for one. My oldest son is married 7 years, and I'm still not a grandma.
This is Thatcher. He's 5. He's a redhead.
Thatcher, we love your hair, Thatcher.
hey.
Look up. Let's see.
You're pretty cute, Thatcher. Thatcher, can you say hip flipping mama?
What?
Hip flipping mama.
Hip.
Open mama.
All right.
How many you have, Chris?
I got 2.
Okay.
2, 11-year-old and a 5-year-old. So
Okay.
And my brother's almost 12.
yeah, they're wild, and I let them run
Does
wild.
your
I have
11-year-old
2 boys. That's what I have, 2 boys, but
Does your 11-year-old have red hair too?
No.
Does
He
your
has-
wife have red hair?
Huh?
Does your wife have red hair?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, their mother has red hair.
Well, my husband, I married an Asian man, but he looks Hispanic. He doesn't look Asian, but he's dark-skinned with black hair. And our son is dark-skinned with black hair, and our daughter was born blonde hair and blue eyes.
oh, that's funny.
Yeah, he has red hair and blue eyes. Really rare. So
Yeah. We have a lot of blonde in my side of the family, and my husband actually had blonde hair when he was little.
I did too.
He was blonde when he was little.
Yeah, when I would like, I don't know what happened in the last 20 years, but it's like, yeah, I was really, really blonde in my pictures.
It gets dark as you age, Chris.
Yeah, and falls out.
Except for women. Women get gray as they get older.
Yeah.
Oh, trust me. Trust.
No, you're a baby.
I just stopped fighting it is all.
Yeah, you just stop. You're like, whatever.
I've thought about stop fighting it, but I can't.
I found a really good barber, so he'll like, it hasn't been recently, but he'll trim me up where it looks good for a few weeks. So yeah.
All right, guys, listen, I'm going to cut it off here. We usually stay on for about an hour and a half this morning, but I got so much to do. I have to catch up from all the work I didn't do yesterday. In fact, I might join your working live later, Kel.
Yay! Yay!
I got to get to the post office and get my whopping 3 packages out.
Yeah, this is what I have.
What's your Facebook, T?
Teresa T Books.
Spell it for me.
Teresa, Theresa, and then Tee Books, Books.
Okay. Teresa is spelled so many ways in T. I didn't know if it was just T or Tee.
Yeah, no, it. You know what? That's been my nickname my whole life. It's either Tree or T. Nobody ever called me. Actually, 2 people in my whole life called me Terry. My mother never started that. She didn't like Terry. She liked Teresa. So my best friend called me Tree, but I went with T.
Good. Well, we'll see you about noon, 11:30, 12.
All right, sounds good. Chris, hey, thanks for coming on.
No problem.
And everybody, don't forget to subscribe to everybody in the chat. Just show each other love.
And everybody pray for Donna.
Yes, everybody say a prayer for Donna that she's getting better. And I'll fill you guys in again in the morning after talking to her. I'm sure I'll speak to her in a little while. And I'll let you know what's the next few days looking like.
Thank you, DLC, for the compliment. I appreciate it, honey.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you all being here this morning. And we'll see you tomorrow morning, 9 a.m.
Mama,
Okay.
love you. Good to meet you, Chris.
Good to meet you.